Welcome back, everybody, to Synalytics Crypto. My name is Mike. Thank you for joining me this evening, this morning, wherever you are in the world, whatever time of day it is for you. I appreciate you being here. I have some news to go over with you guys. This is going to be longer than my normal videos, but there are some things that are worth discussing today because I'm here to prove that we will not be entering into a bear market. I just cannot see that happening. There is too many things going on. People are freaking out because the cryptocurrency had a massive pullback, dip, crash, whatever you want to call it, whatever people are saying it is. I'm here to bring some sense to the market because I follow the news, I read the news, and I understand what's really going on. And I also understand the manipulation aspect of it. Now, I'm going to read this article to you guys. I'm going to read the whole thing. You guys know that most of the time I don't read a whole article. I just kind of go over the highlights and I just kind of point out some of the news. But this is worth reading. We're going to kick it off with this one because this is big time stuff here, you guys. Now, forgive me if I mispronounce this man's name because I've actually never heard of him. But this article really piqued my interest. Billionaire Carl, we're going to call him Icahn. I like the sound of that. We're going to call him Carl Icahn. Says he may drop up to $1.5 billion into crypto. Billionaire Carl Icahn may invest up to $1.5 billion into crypto while noting that much of the cryptocurrency issued today will not survive. He's probably right. Sounds like this man and his team of investors and advisors have been doing their job because there's a lot of crap out there. You know, the Shiba Inus and the whole meme coin thing, this is all, it's all going to fade out. And what's going to be left is going to be good, solid projects. Crypto needs that. So I'm actually in agreement with that, and I do hope to actually see that. So former skeptic Carl Icahn, the founder of Icahn Enterprises, told Bloomberg that he is set to enter the crypto market in a big way, teasing an investment of around $1.5 billion. That would match Tesla. That's big. Icahn is an investor and former advisor to the Trump administration. Look, I have no affiliation with politics, so I'm just reading the news. Who has a net worth of $15.6 billion, according to Forbes. In 2018, Icahn told CNBC that the crypto stuff is ridiculous and added, maybe I'm too old for them, but I wouldn't touch that stuff. That was back in 2018. Now the man has had an epiphany. He has woken up. He has seen the light. He understands, and I love what he has to say. But speaking on May 26, Icahn explained, now he's considering a large investment and that entering the market in such a manner would not be to buy a few coins or something. Guys, here to go big. That's what I would do if I was a multi-billionaire. I'd be big time, and I'd have probably over my half of my net worth into Bitcoin, crypto, across the board. Forgive me, I got a little itchy there. I mean, a big way for us would be $1 billion, $1.5 billion. I'm not going to say exactly. Icahn joins a growing list of fellow billionaires who have changed their tune over crypto in the last 12 months. Interesting. When asked about what cryptocurrencies he said he has his eye on, the billionaire kept his cards close to his chest and emphasized that much of the cryptocurrency issued today will not survive, but we believe cryptocurrency is in one form or another might be here to stay. Definitely here to stay. To be clear, we have never bought any cryptocurrency, but we are studying it. Icahn believes that the cryptocurrencies that don't at least serve as a store of value will be flushed out of the markets. There's got to be some way of safety valve there, quote, to survive. Icahn Enterprises is a $14.5 billion American conglomerate with investments in CVR, Pep Boys, and Trump Entertainment Resorts. This is where it gets good. Ryan Adams, Ether proponent and founder of crypto investment firm Mithros Capital and Bankless, speculated on Twitter that Icahn's recent kite into flying in the media may indicate that he's already entered the market. That's kind of how these big billionaires play out. They get in, then they reveal that they're in. Fair enough, right? Fair enough. If you got $1 billion to toss in the market, you're not going to really signal to people that you're going to do it. And if you do, you're not going to talk about the cryptocurrencies because everyone's going to front run you. So this guy's smart. If Carl Icahn hasn't already bought $1 billion worth of ETH and BTC, why would he announce it that he's about to buy $1 billion worth of ETH and BTC? The billionaire expanded further on his views about crypto at Bloomberg, saying he now thinks that skepticism over the value of crypto is a little wrong-headed as he questions the intrinsic value of the US dollar in comparison to crypto, which could be a store of value and a hedge against inflation. If you guys follow my channel, you know I talk a lot about inflation. I talk a lot about US dollars being equal with toilet paper because they are the ultimate airdrop, the ultimate poop coin. They're printing the heck out of the dollar, and its intrinsic value it almost doesn't have any intrinsic value because it's based on the faith of the US government. That's a problem. Well, what's the value of a dollar, he says. The only value of the dollar really is because you can use it to pay taxes. This guy, I like Carl Icahn. I like you, sir. You're a good dude. You're a smart man. When Icahn was asked, what is your use case for crypto, the 85-year-old spoke about the Ethereum network, hint, hint, noting that with Ethereum, it's the underlying blockchain. So Ethereum has two things. You can use it as a payment system. You can use it as a store of value. Bitcoin to me is just a store of value, he added. Okay, I wonder what Carl Icahn's going to throw a good portion of that $1 to $1.5 billion at. Probably going to be Ethereum. Dude's been doing his homework. I love it. I was glad to share this article with you guys. It's just one of many that we're going to look at here that proves the climate is not ripe for a bear market. The word bear market scares people because the last bear market lasted for like 2.5 years. I know this because I went through the whole thing and it was painful. We're not heading in that direction. I'm not saying that we're not going to continue to have our dips. We're not going to have continue to have manipulation shake out the weekends. This is all about getting your crypto into the hands of the rich so that we can be easily controlled and that we are not independently wealthy. This is why I'm passionate about crypto and I make videos, you guys. Next piece of news, pretty big one. Apple is headhunting a business development manager with experience in cryptocurrencies. Wow. We all knew this was coming. I will extrapolate on that and I will build on that and I will say, believe me, Amazon is next. eBay is next. The biggest companies in the world are definitely putting their time, their resources, and their money into looking to either accepting crypto, banks are custodying crypto. The entire world is moving digitally, guys. This is proof. I'm not making this stuff up. These are actual headlines. Apple, I'm not going to read this one particular article. I think you guys should read this one yourself, but it speaks for itself. You know, Apple is seeking fintech experts. Apple is already... Apple Wallet's payments and commercial team is looking for a professionally emerged, blah, 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 blah. Where did I see this here? Apple entering the crypto space. Apple has been taunting the crypto space for some time now, as reported by Crypto Potato. Apple Pay users can directly buy Cardano, boom, ADA, thanks to successful integration by Simplex, an Israeli-based provider of fiat crypto. So basically, you can already buy Cardano through Apple Pay. That's amazing. I think that if Apple was to come on and create something kind of like what they did with iTunes and custody cryptocurrency, imagine blowing the doors wide open and what that would do to the crypto space. I also believe that an ETF may get passed this year. All of this shakeup that's happening, you guys, right now, it's all by design. When that ETF comes out, and it will come out at some point, we're going to experience massive growth in Bitcoin. And when Bitcoin has massive growth, the trickle-down effect affects the entire crypto market. You guys hodl strong. Okay, this is not a time to be fearful. This is a time to be licking your chops, saying, which cryptocurrencies do I need to get in now because there's a massive dip happening. I'm excited. I love it. I don't care that I've seen my crypto portfolio drop by 30, even 40%, even 50% during the height of this particular shakeout. I'm excited about it. Good things are happening. I love what I'm seeing. Now we're going to go over some of these a little bit quicker. Fidelity's Bitcoin fund has raised more than $100 million from investors. That's kind of good to know. More positive news. Look, I know I'm only covering the positive news right now because the negative news usually is kind of hype driven, or we all saw well, some of us saw what came out. I don't remember the guy's name, but some dude came out and he was talking about how the manipulation starts, how it works, how the people who make the articles are paid off and stuff. So negative news is purpose driven. Positive news is just revelation about the truth of what's happening in our industry. So there is one more article I'm going to read. I'm going to kind of save it for the end so that some of you don't want to sit through but 25-minute video. That's okay, but this article, I'm going to pick it apart. And there's some good things in it, but we're going to get to that in a second. More positive news. Sort of positive news. Ultimately, in the end game, positive news. Gensler says he wants to work with Congress to regulate crypto exchanges. Nobody wants to hear this right now. The SEC commissioner wants to regulate... Get out of here. Sorry about the ads, guys. Wants to regulate crypto exchanges. Look, that needs to happen. There is look at what Binance does sometimes, and some of the things that have been said about them as far as how they make billions of dollars off the longs getting shorted and the shorts getting longs and all this stuff. Whether or not that's a Chinese exchange or a foreign exchange or whatever it is, it's the top exchange, it's the biggest exchange, centralized exchange by volume. These things need to be regulated. It's going to be painful in the meantime, but at the end of the day, that's what we need for the massive money to come in. So regulation, a little bit painful right now. You rip the band-aid off, we'll look back one day and this will all be a blip on the radar. Another piece of positive news, Plan B says he's selling Bitcoin at this price level, and it's not $288,000. You know, Plan B's been coming out saying their I forget what they called their model, but they're basically predicting a $288,000 Bitcoin. I believe they said that was supposed to happen this year. Don't know if that's quite going to happen this year. Doesn't need to happen this year. We don't need Bitcoin to hit $288,000 this year to be valid and see some massive growth. Yes, the stock to flow model, blah, blah, blah. Plan B tells his 517,000 followers that he's prepared to hold the leading crypto asset to either his target price or zero. So am I, dude. So am I. I am not in this to lose, number one, but I'm also not in this to just kind of sort of make a little bit of money. This is a life-changing money opportunity that is presented to me and presented to you as well, or you wouldn't even be watching this video. Hopefully you have that mindset to understand. I'm not going to read this whole article again, but he was talking about basically people taking losses. It's the new people, it's the weak hands in the market, and eventually he goes on to say that basically by the next cycle of the 4-year cycle in 2024 that Bitcoin's going to experience, I see my Bitcoin investment as a call option. I will either write it to 0 or 1 million and sized my initial position accordingly. So he's basically saying, I ain't selling. Diamond hands. That's diamond hands right there. Another small piece of news, just something to go over because I am a United States citizen and I see more of this happening, which is, you know, good for this country and I think will spread eventually to all the other states. Nebraska signs a law to create crypto bank charter. Not going to read the article, but basically Nebraska has signed a law to allow financial institutions in the state to function as digital asset depositories. Awesome. Banks are coming on board too, you guys. With the new state banking charter, institutions can offer cryptocurrency-related services to their customers. Of course they would. Why wouldn't they? There's money to be made in crypto, and everybody wants a piece of that pie. So, what are we seeing here? We're seeing positive movement. We are seeing things grow. We are seeing things... they're making the base layer of what is going to be mass adoption in a exponential form, and it's happening fast, you guys. So to top this all off, this particular video, by the way, I will be making back-to-back videos. As soon as I'm done with this video, I'm going to make another video because there's so much to cover and so many things to do. I don't want to put it all in one video because I know people's attention spans only go so far sometimes, but this is a good way to close it out. Is the Bitcoin bull run just getting started? Experts weigh in. Some of these people, I question the tag expert upon them, but the whole reason I'm making this video is because I don't think the bull run is anywhere near over, and I think some of the headlines we just went over proves that. Bitcoin's wild week has many investors worried. Should they be? Not if they know what they're talking about. I'm not worried. I feel like sometimes I know what I'm talking about. In brief, Bitcoin suffered a historic price crash last week. Yes, some experts tell Decrypt that this was all expected and healthy in the long term. Others aren't so sure. I do think it's healthy in the long term. Nobody likes to see these kind of pullbacks. The only people really getting hurt are the people who aren't doing their own research and they're new to the game and they don't understand what they're investing in, so they sell at a loss. And the other people on the other side are accumulating their losses. Hopefully you're not one of them. I'm definitely not one of them. That Bitcoin bull run may still have some kick left in it. Yes, I believe that is true. Despite the events of the past week, Bitcoin's latest price crash, or correction if you're technical and prefer to be more optimistic, has many investors worried, especially those new to the game who have been quick to sell. Exactly. Some are already fearing the worst. Another frosty crypto winter, and we're still in May. We're not going into crypto winter, guys. Showed signs that the bull run may be coming to an end when the crypto market suffered the worst dollar-denominated pullback in history. And for a whole host of reasons. Yes, dollar denominated, we lost more overall market cap than ever in history. Talk about a shakeout, guys. That's exactly what they want to do. They get the momentum built all up and then they shake out the weak hands. So let's hold strong. But many analysts believe we are still in a bull market and the dip in Bitcoin's value was well overdue. Yes, quite possible. Nothing goes up in a straight line. We don't want any hockey sticks, guys. Fred Pai, the CEO of Toronto-based cryptocurrency exchange, traded Decrypt that we're not yet in the bear market and that Bitcoin's massive gains over the last year were not humanly sustainable. This pullback had a lot to do with China and how they want to crack down. He said the market was desperately looking for a reason to have a correction. Anything going from 10K to 60K in that time makes absolutely no sense. Just look at the rates of return on our hedge funds. It's not humanly possible or sustainable. Okay, let's dissect this quote. First of all, in a way, yes, that kind of growth continually would not be sustainable. Okay, you cannot compare crypto and Bitcoin in general to hedge funds. Totally different things going on. Hedge funds, so much going on over there. Okay, crypto as a whole at its peak had $2.5 trillion worth of asset value combined. That's not big enough to not have massive growth from 10K to 6K, 60K, okay, about a 6x from there. We're talking about an emerging new asset class. Yesterday's news, we went over that a little bit about how, Goldman Sachs, I think it was Goldman Sachs, came out and was saying that this is an emerging new asset class, which it is. Eventually, the governments will probably have to do that because it's so different than gold and it's so different than bonds and it's so different than real estate and all these other things that they're going to have to declare it a new asset class. This particular asset class does not have enough money behind it yet to be more stable. And when it does, when we're talking about a $10 trillion market cap, yes, 6xing from there, it's not healthy, it's not sustainable, it doesn't make any sense, and it's not good, but we're not there yet. So to see these kinds of fluctuations, yes, that's going to happen until we grow more. So I think this guy's right and wrong at the same time. Let's go on. He added that corrections like what we just saw in Bitcoin experienced have played out with tech stocks are very normal. Charles Boulevard, vice president of quantum economics, echoed the sentiment, and he added that we're not in a crypto winter and pullbacks like these are to be expected. Yes, I've been around for 5 years. They are to be expected. I've seen them. We're not done. These things are going to happen. That's why you take money off the top and get ready for the next one. Bitcoin's pullback started last week when billionaire investor Elon Musk announced that his car company Tesla, which invested $1.5 billion in the cryptocurrency in February, would no longer accept digital assets for payments, citing environmental concerns. This led to confusion in the markets, according to blockchain data firm Glassnode. It should not have, because Bitcoin is not Elon Musk. Elon Musk he's not the puppet master. He didn't invent, at least I don't think he's Satoshi Nakamoto. He didn't invent Bitcoin. Yes, he's a worldwide stage and he's got a big voice, but it shouldn't have caused the panic it did. What really happened was the bots and the whales started manipulating the news, because that's exactly what these guys do. Where was I? Sorry, guys. China's central bank and a handful of Chinese payments firms then restated rules limiting crypto transactions, leading to more market mayhem. Yes, all of these things are combined, and they're all released at the same time for a reason. The country is also cracking down on those who produce Bitcoin. China's financial committee said last week that it would monitor Bitcoin miners in an attempt to resolutely prevent and control financial risk. Come on, they don't care about the financial risk of their people. It's all about the Chinese government. They want to know what everybody's up to. So it got labeled as China's banning Bitcoin. It's just not true. We've gone over this before. Bitcoin and the wider altcoin market continue to dip in value as perhaps novel and nervous investors got rid of their crypto cash. Yeah, they blew it. Though Bitcoin specifically was on a somewhat wacky run, and its all-time high last month of nearly $64,000 was an 820% increase from the year before, when it was worth $6,800. In Pi's word, not humanly sustainable. Yeah, we can't just have growth like that. We have to have these pullbacks. That's why ultimately it is healthy, and ultimately this is part of the cycle that we experience in cryptocurrency. Those in the world of traditional finance see the recent volatility as a sign to stay away for good, regardless of a bull or bear market. Interesting. No coiners are taking this opportunity to buy the dip. The smart ones are. In case you're wondering, the bull market is very much intact. This is Willy Woo. Yes, totally agree. Jerry Klein, managing director of New York City-based Treasury Partners, which manages $9 billion in assets, said that the recent volatility in Bitcoin shows that companies cannot rely on cryptocurrencies as sound corporate cash investments. Really? Is that why Elon Musk dropped $1.5 billion on crypto? Bitcoin, and more to come. He added, when a company invests cash in Bitcoin, price declines in Bitcoin can have a significant impact on earnings per share, while prices increase, provide no benefit. That statement makes absolutely no sense. I don't know what to say. This is a crypto expert. A market pullback like this, though big, is apparently normal when looking at Bitcoin's previous cycles, according to some blockchain. According to some, these are facts. You can look them up yourself. Blockchain analyst company Glassnode said in a report that what we're seeing now is consistent with 5 major pullbacks during the 2017 bull run. Yes, absolutely. And at the end of that year, we had massive blow off tops, which I think is actually going to happen this year as well. I've said it before, I'll say it again, December is going to be huge. But some experts are still unsure. Ex-banker and analyst Alex Kruger told Decrypt that it was still too early to say. It will only become clear in hindsight. That's an interesting quote. Everything becomes more clear in hindsight. These people, where do they come up with this stuff? He said it was not long. It was not a long overdue simple correction. It was a black swan in size and speed. Absolutely. Corona crash aside, it was the largest correction since 2013. Ethereum, the market's second largest asset by market capitalization, was likewise deeply affected by the crash. The crypto asset has been on a tear since 2021, outperforming even Bitcoin in terms of year-to-date gains. That's also going to happen this year, I believe. But despite bullish sentiment surrounding its upcoming update to Ethereum 2.0 and changes to its protocol that analysts argue could make it an even more attractive investment, ETH lost nearly 58% of its value following the Black Wednesday crash. Well, we got a Black Wednesday, we've got a Black Thursday. We're going to have a black every day of the week here at some point with these crashes, right? But driving the point home, Ethereum is going to, and already is, really gaining momentum on a fundamental, on a corporate level, on an investment perspective for people who have a lot of money and they can see where Ethereum is going. Now, if all of these things don't point to the fact that, yes, indeed, we are still bullish. Yes, indeed, we are in a place where we're in a big fat pullback right now, which creates opportunity. No, indeed, this bull run is not over and we are not entering into a bear market. You've seen the proof. Look, let me know what you guys think below. Okay, drop a comment. Drop a like or a dislike. Everyone's opinion is very, very much tolerated here at Synalytics Crypto. But if you have not subscribed, and if you like the content I'm putting up, please just give me that thumbs up, subscribe, share this with somebody. I appreciate this getting out. I love to know what you guys think. I want to know, question of the day, are we or are we not entering a bear market? I want to know what you guys think because I've talked enough here. I'm going to get ready to do my next video here, my back-to-backer. Let's give a quick refresh. We were at 1.704. We're still at 1.704. We're seeing some red in the 24-hour. We're seeing a little bit of green in the 1 hour. Typical sways, ebbs and flows. I told you guys we're going to be doing this sideways action for a while. We're going to be dipping. We're going to be climbing. There's going to be people, smart traders, who are taking advantage of these dips and taking advantage from being overbought to oversold. I still would not advise necessarily buying anything in particular. I also wouldn't advise going all in at this time because we certainly could have more pain in the meantime. But overall, I believe that we are going to have a good, steady, healthy growth. We're not going to have a V-shaped recovery. We're going to grow steadily over the next couple months, or the next 60 days or so, leading into the height of summer. If we can get back to a good spot, a good healthy place, and Bitcoin has recovered from this major dropout, and Ethereum's starting to make a run, and the all coins are starting to make a run, we're going to be heading into the end of this year, and we're all going to be smiling and laughing. So happy trading to you guys. Y'all know I love you. Again, please leave comments. Let me know what you think because it's important to me. Peace.